Okay, Theo, get over here. You're gonna stay over here. There's like a button.
Just like that.
He broke it. What did you just do?
Why is there just a Fanta on top of the router?
Why?
Hey gamers.
You gotta look at.
Oh. Hey gamers.
What's going on, guys? My name's Ali A.
Read the problem.
Okay. Pam is taking a train from the town of Rome to the town of Florence. Rome is located 30 miles due west of the town of Paris. Florence is 25 miles east and 45 miles north of Rome. On her trip, how close does Pam get to Paris? Okay, so first, you want to make a graph of the relationship of the towns next to each other. Rome is 0 because everything else is related to it and is the leftmost town. I don't think this is how the world actually is.
I don't care.
Florence is 25 miles east of Rome and 45 miles north. Florence is 25 miles east of Rome and 45 miles north. Paris is 30 miles to the east of Rome.
Epic.
The slope of this line is the rise over run of it, so that would be 45 over 25 miles. And that simplifies to 7 over 5 miles. If you draw a line between Rome and Florence, the slope of that line would be 7 over 5.
Because
For every 5 over you move, it goes up 7. So to get the perpendicular line of that, you get the reciprocals of it. So the reciprocals would be the inverse of that. So it would be negative 5/7 x.
plus B.
Which we don't know yet. To solve for B, we plug in the coordinates for Paris. 30 miles east of Rome. Negative 5 over 7.
It's just negative that.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
What's...
And that simplifies to...
It doesn't.
Can you turn it into a fraction?
It is a fraction.
I mean decimal?
No, that's not simplified. It's like 21 point blah 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 blah.
Oh, yeah,
It's
probably.
horrible.
Well, let's make an irregular fraction.
No, this is
No?
what she wants. She likes improper. It doesn't matter. Oh my god.
Okay, so if you take both the equations and put them equal to each other, you get the x-coordinate of where they intersect. Okay, so x is equal to 37. I don't think that's right. I think I might have done something wrong. I did do something wrong. I did something very wrong. Indeed, yes. Good job, Theo.
You did it wrong.
Wait, 5/9.
5/9. That's a legendary number.
Yeah. It's 5/9. You wrote 5/7.
You just write down the wrong number.
I did.
You're a Chad.
Shut up.
Inverse.
Okay, so the slope is the inverse, which is negative 5/9, and we don't know B yet. So to solve for B, we plug in the coordinates of Paris. And so B is equal to 50 over 3. And so then you take the two equations and make them equal to each other to find the point in which they intersect. So that would be 9 over 5x is equal to negative 5 over 9x plus 50 over 3.
Now it's 106x equals 750. That's 375 over 53.
Okay, so
That's not pretty.
nope. So then x is roughly equal to 7.
Yeah. Roughly 7.
Roughly 7. And so then you take that, and then you plug it into any equation. So we're just going to plug it into that one because it's simpler. And so that's equal to 12.6. Close enough. You do the distance formula between Paris and the closest point. Try switching it around. Yeah, I think we...
No.
doesn't X go on top?
It might have. Yeah, we did the wrong thing.
Yes, we did, indeed. Okay, the square root of 7 minus 30 squared plus 12.6 minus 0 squared. And that equals...
That's
yeah,
fine.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah.
Comes out to about 26.
It comes out to about 26.2 miles.
Okay, we did that.
So, the medium home values in Mississippi and Hawaii, adjusted for inflation, are shown below. If we assume that the house values are changing linearly, in 1950, Mississippi changes from 25,200 to 74,400. Wait, no.
Wait, no.
In 1950, it changed from 25,200 to the year 2000, where they're worth 71,400. And then Hawaii, it's just two different numbers that are both fluctuate. For A, which state have the home values increased at a higher rate? Well, it would obviously be Hawaii because it increases by about 200,000. This only increases by about 50,000 in the same amount of time. So it'll be almost 4 times the amount of rate of change. So we're going to have to wait Hawaii. And then if these trends were to continue, what would be the medium in if these trends were to continue, what would be the medium home value in Mississippi in 2010? So in order to find this, we're going to have to find the rate of change. So to do that, we're going to have to do y2 minus y1, which would be this, over x2 minus x1, which would be these two. So we're going to have to do 700. Wait, so we're going to have to write down 71,400. And then we're going to have to subtract that by 25,200. And we're going to divide that by 2,000 minus 1950. We don't know what that will be, but okay. Divide them by this, you'll get the rate of change, which should be... oh, that would be 924. That 924 is actually translated to 924 medium house value per year increase. So and then we have to take that number and add it to 71,000 times 10 because it's 10 years. So we're going to have to just add that and see what we get. And that would add up to the medium home value being 80,640. So I'm just going to put it over here because we don't have more room. There we go. If we assume the linear trend existed before 1950 and continues after 2000, the two states' medium house values will be or were equal in what year? The answers might be absurd. I can imagine that. In order to do that, we have to find the starting point and rate of change for both of them, and then have the equations be equal to each other to find out what point they, have the same amount of medium value. Okay, very cool. In order to find out how we can, get them to equal each other, we're going to have to find the rate of change for Hawaii too. So we already know the one for Mississippi, it's 924 a year. For Hawaii, we have to do the same equation. I believe I have done a goof. Well, there we go. We have now figured out that the rate of change is actually equal to 3,966 annual increase of medium household per year. What they do is find their starting points, which would be when x is equal to 0. So we should have the years both be equal to 0 and find out how much they're worth at that time. 3,966 times 1950. And it is equal to 7 million. 7.7 million, yeah. My brain did a goof. But then all I have to do to avoid doing more math is add a negative of 7,440. Here we go. Now the starting point is negative 7.659300 million. So maybe I should just find out when they're both equal to 0. The starting value for Hawaii will actually be negative 7.659300 million. That's not a point, that's a comma.
Your answer should be like 1934.
I have messed up. Okay, to make these equations equal, we're going to have to minus 924x from each side. And then we're going to add 700 or 7,659,000 to the other side. So that we only have x's on one side, we only have numbers on the other side. And then we can find out what the x value is when we divide them at the end. So all you have to do is divide this number, the millions, by 3,042 to find out what x should equal to make them the same. And it is 507. So in the year 507, the properties on Mississippi and Hawaii medium.
That's not what the book got.
What did you get?
They got 1934.
Let's try x equals 507. 924. 507. 600 equals negative 130.
No.
This does not seem right. So we're just going to have our x that's equal to 0 is just years after 2000. And since 2000 is no years after 2000, that's going to be our starting value. So we're going to have it be, the equation is going to have to be 2,700 plus 3,966x for the Hawaii one, and then we're going to have it be equal to the Mississippi equation, which is going to be 71,400 plus $924 a year, which would be x. And then simplify this. All we have to do is subtract the 924x from this, so there's 0 x's, and then subtract it from this side too, so they're equal. Then all you have to do is divide this number by that number to find out what x is equal to at the end. So we're going to have to divide 201,300 by 3,042 to find out what x will be equal to. So we're just going to say x is equal to, let's find out, 201,300 divided by 3,042. That is equal to 507. Punjabi movie free 240p. What the wait, no. It should be equal to 66. Why did it give me 507? Sorry guys, we seem to have some technical errors. So what I did was I did a positive 201,000 when it should be a negative 201,300 divided by 3042. 507. It doesn't give an answer.
Shift enter.
Okay, as it turns out, this calculator is in fact too hard to use, and x is actually.
Plus is in the wrong spot.
It was actually one of those dumb calculators that simplifies it to a fraction, as you can see, 33,000 over 507, which is in no way useful to me. I'm just gonna say x is equal to negative 66.174 to simplify it. And then all we have to do is subtract that number from 2000 to find out what year they're in. And let's do that right quick. 1933.82, but since we go by full years for this question, we're just going to simplify it to 1934. There we go. That's as dumb as that.